Thanks. Hey, Bill. It's good to see you, Bill. It's been a few weeks, brother. I'm glad you all right. And showed up with the beanie on. There we go. Here we go. Coming real proper with it. Very French. I'm with it. I'm with it. Hey, speaking of beanies, hey, Lizzie. How are ya? How are ya? I see the beanie is on deck. New York Mets. Holla at your girl. That's what it is. Okay. Thomas, I see he's also beanied up. What is it? Did I forget? Did I not get the memo today? I gotta get it together. It's out of control. My gosh. Michael Simler's in the house. Greetings, greetings. Okay, Greg Michaels. Hey, 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 the urban cowboy poet is with us. Also had it up again. Y'all didn't tell me we were doing headwear this time. You know what? Next time y'all coordinate and leave me out, I'm gonna feel away. Not today though. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. It's all right. Mr. Tezazomok is in the spot. Greetings. Make sure you go buy that beautiful book. Beautiful book. All right, Carrie Henry, thank you for joining us. Eric Johnson is back with us. Greetings. So glad to see you. Glad to have you back. Yes, you can get on the good luck round. Joski, you know that. You can definitely get on. Don't worry about it. That's all right. Okay. And Mr. Tezazomo, because some folks are messaging me in the chat. Feel free, if you got questions, let me know. Also, feel free to greet each other for the evening as I take my time to go around. Y'all know how we do things here, right? First few minutes, we just let folks kind of trickle in. And I greet you by name so that you know you are welcome. We do have the good luck list available to those of you who are like to get involved. I just dropped the guaranteed list in the chat so you can make sure you're not already on that before you ask to be on the good luck list. Some of y'all already made it. You thought you didn't make it, but you didn't make it. All right, it's good news. It's good news in the chat for you. Okay. All right, for the rest of you, absolutely prop. I got you. We will put you on the good luck round as well. Okay. We are gonna have some fun today. Gusto with the Gusto is here again. Everybody's got the hats today. I don't know what it is. Ike Waltz is also here with us. Greetings, Ike. Nemo Soom is here as well. Is that a fat cat on you, Nemo? Could it be a fat cat on your lap? It's a dog. Spoiler alert. Looks very soft. Absolutely. And your pup is welcome as well. Samuel Rain is joining us this evening. We got all the folks coming into the room. Thank you for spending your Thursday evening with us. For those of you who are joining us out in Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. I mean, we all over the place now, you guys. All those folks out in the virtual world, we try to touch the entire globe because why not, right? The internet allows us the option to connect with each other across the bounds of these square boxes and those longitudinally and latitudinally as well, okay? They're all imaginary any damn way. So make sure you reach out. Make sure while you're in here, you connect with the other artists here. Folks are doing some amazing things. There are a plethora of safe platforms in this room represented just by itself. So find yourself somewhere else. Don't be afraid, okay? And if you hear us hyping up a place, know that it's because we've been there. And, the people were cool. Nobody made fun of us. It was cool. We survived the experience. And it was good enough for us to offer it to you as well. We still got some folks coming in. Finn Bell is with us, who just had what I heard was a phenomenal writing workshop this afternoon and evening for our Wednesday or our Women's Orator writing workshops for this week or this month of March, which is celebrating Women's History Month. So we have a different host for the writing workshops every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern, but we'll let RMT get into a little bit more of that later for you. But we are glad to have you here. Thank you, Finn Bell, for your gifts. You are a treasured member of this community, and anybody who gets a chance to learn from you is automatically blessed. Okay, so we are glad to see you here. Ed Fireman Foreman is also here to burn it up a little bit later. So if you got your kitties around, you're a little sensitive in the ears, you have been warned. Okay, and Goma Hill has joined us, also known as the OG. I don't even have to tell you. You got plenty of ways to show you why we call them what we call them, right? We're glad that you are in the spot with us. All right, let's get started as the people keep coming in, right? Because you came here for the poetry, maybe a little bit of me. I don't know. I hope. So I'm going to share my screen so we can get it going, get it flowing. All right, so boom, boom, boom. All I ever asked of you guys is to give me the thumbs up when you can see the screen, so I know we are together. Beautiful. Okay, now we'll get fancy and go to the presentation view so you can see the whole thing, right? Spend time on the graphics. Just make sure you can see the damn thing, all right? So like I said, I am Ray Jane. That's ITSRAYJANE, and you have found yourself at the Thursday night online open mic presented to you by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. We are here every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, doing our thing together, creating and maintaining this beautiful community of artists, right? And again, if you forgot what my name is, here it is. If you're looking for who you could follow or get down with or to connect with so you can see, do y'all do other stuff, other days of the week sometimes? Maybe, yes, we do a lot of stuff, okay? So I'll talk to you a little bit about some of that now. And then RMT, our background tech god in the background, also known as the boot. Y'all understand in a few slides why I say that, okay? He will be backing us up in the back here. Ron Mark Thompson on Instagram. We got Paul Conqueso, a part of the squad as well. Usually the second Saturday of every month doing our karaoke. And now we got voices and vibes for those artists, which there are many of you in the room right now who have original work and you want to share, and that will be back in April, right? We are shut down for the moment just to make sure that we got some heat going. You can't invite people over and you ain't got no heat. That ain't right. Right, so we got to get it together. Exactly, Thomas. We can't do that. That's not nice. Okay, and of course, the New Eurekan Poets Cafe on Instagram, and Elemental the Poet, okay, who is our Monday night online open mic host, and I'm sure he'll be in here to yell and scream for you later, because he's always giving us that enthusiasm as only he can. But on Thursday nights where you have found yourself, we have poetry, music, and comedy, okay? So we ask each of our folks who have found themselves on the guaranteed list, Ray Jane, what's the guaranteed list? We get into that in a little bit, okay? So usually, to make sure that you are able to share no matter what, you sign up 24 hours ahead of time at theneweurekan.org. And on the next slide, I'll show you exactly how. And if you don't get to do it, you didn't know about it, right? It's my first time. Dang, what's the rules? Okay, don't worry. If you want to share, you can hit me up in the private DMs, the Zoom DMs, if you will, and get on what we call the good luck rounds, okay? So I will be dropping in the chat for all the folks who are now with us again, the guaranteed list, so you can check out where are you in the lineup, and if you even made it to the lineup, and if you want to make it to the lineup, okay? Lots of questions and lots of answers, okay? So hit me up if you don't find yourself on there and you would like to, all right? And for those of you who are like, I want to do it right next time, okay? So 24 hours ahead of time. So since we are sharing together tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, then you will be signing up, 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday night. That's right. You got it, right? So you go to theneweurekan.org, full events calendar, right? Your Thursday night of choice on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Hit the 9 p.m. button and boom. Most important part, artist ticket, folks. Okay, if you get a non-artist sign-up ticket, you basically signed up to be in the audience, which you can do for free without all the hassle. So we don't want you to waste your time. And if you did do that, don't freak out. Again, good luck round is still there. Hit me up, let me know, we'll get you on. Okay, no big deal. Please, this is a fun space. This is a safe space. And the only way that we can keep it that way is for our one rule to stand. Do not get cute and don't get the boot. Okay, as I mentioned before, the boot is a person. Yes, that's Ron Mark Thompson himself. Okay, so he has made himself our resident boot, and he will get rid of you. And at times, for fun, I join him because it's just great to get rid of assholes. It's just a fun thing to do. So if you want me to have a good time, then, give us something to do. But, I'm gonna have fun anyway, so you don't have to. All right, so if you see something, though, that you don't like or makes you feel offended or makes you feel unsafe, we're just two people, two human beings, right? Fault in our own DNA. That's just the way we're made. So if you could help us out and let us know so that we can help make the space safe, we would really appreciate it. But we'll be on the lookout. And again, if you need the boot, just call for it, okay? Because he's here. He's here. He's a real person. Okay. And we are able to have this safe, free space because we got some really dope sponsors. So we take a second and just shout them out. So thank you to the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust. We appreciate you so much for giving us the opportunity to do this, to share with each other for free every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We've been doing this for a while now, okay? We're going to get into an anniversary again soon. So I'm going to let RMT tell you a little bit about that too, okay, while we plan for it. But if you would like to add your name to that list of contributors that help make this space free and safe, you can do so at thenewyoricans.org/contribute or on Cash App. All right, we with the times now. We with the times. We up with the times, okay? So Cash App, $ New Yorican Poets Cafe. Any bit that you can give goes quite the long way, and we are already appreciative, okay? But you came here for the list, right? You came here for the poetry. So here is the list, and the list is looking mighty fine, if I do say so myself, folks, okay? So check it out. Again, if you don't see yourself on the list, let me know. We can fix that real quick, okay? We usually have about 5 to 10 open spots for folks. We will do our very best to get you on. If for any reason we don't get you on, please come back next time. We'll make sure we get you on, okay? We try our best to make space, and we usually are able to, because this is about what? It's about love, okay? So that's what we're going to get into. And as you know, it is Women's History Month. So we've been doing a little something different before we start the show. And since we do poetry, singing, and we do comedy here, the last 2 weeks we've been, bigging up some poets. But tonight we're going to big up some songstresses, okay? So those of you who follow me on Instagram, I said, I can't ask you guys to sharpen yourselves, to push your skills, and not do that myself. So singing is one of the things that I'm working on. So I would like your help this evening, and I will sing to you at the end of the show. But if you could just do me a favor and give me a vote for whether you want to hear me sing Etta James' At Last or Nora Jones's Don't Know Why. They will both be a cappella because we don't own that music, y'all. We just don't. I'm sorry. But we will make it work. So all you'd have to do is send me, again, a Zoom DM. Keep it private. You ain't got to tell everybody what your vote is, okay? But rock the vote tonight, and also, when it really matters politically as well. But still, let me know, and we'll get into it. I'm a little nervous, but I'm also a little excited because, again, this place is meant for love. So if I can't prove that by putting myself out there, then how the hell can I ask you to do it? That's not fair, right? So for that first person that is going to be putting themselves out on the limb of love tonight with us, okay? That is going to be none other than our brother out in California. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be starting us off with some music himself. Bill Elkins, please unmute yourself and welcome back. Glad to see you, brother.
Hi, Ray Jane. How are you? Good to see you too. Good to see all you from Long Beach. We've gotten a lot of rain here, so it's really been very atypical, the weather. And I'm wearing the hat because it's chilly here too. So it's probably warmer where you are. Anyway, I like to do an original song. It's entitled Song for Serena. And I hope you guys all like it, guys and girls. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. my mystical man, my beautiful green-eyed woman. You're bound to find my dreams as you capture my heart. Frighteningly sagacious, why so tenderly touching? You were my lady from Linz. That's in Austria. At St. John Cathedral. Cadescent child, my virginal lover, you were my world, body and soul. My dime of love, singing sweetly, you were my lady from Linz. At St. John Cathedral. Serena, please look in my eyes. I cherish you so. Don't let me go. You are my wonderless queen as we skip across the moon in a nocturnal dream where I sing Ich liebe, ich liebe, ich liebe dich, meine Serena. Ich liebe, ich liebe, ich liebe dich, meine Serena. Summer of love, war Memorial Center on the lakefront. We held each other tightly as the war raged on. We shared intimacies in a faraway doorway. You were my lady from Linz. At St. John Cathedral. You kissed me goodbye on a cold March morning. I'm off to San Diego to join the Marines. What didn't destroy me but made me stronger. You were my lady from Linz. At St. John Cathedral. Serena, please look in my eyes. I cherish you so. Don't let me go. You are my wonderless queen as we skip across the moon in a nocturnal dream where I sing Ich liebe, ich liebe, ich liebe dich, meine Serena. Ich liebe, ich liebe, ich liebe dich, meine Serena. Many years later, I wrote this song for you. Your distant memory, bittersweet and profound. Loving you was easy, but losing you so hard. You were the first love of my life. You were the first love of my life. Thank you, everybody.
Woo! Thank you, Bill. It's been a while, but man, have we missed you. Please unmute yourselves and give Bill some love. Thank you
I
for
like
being
what
here.
you do,
Oh,
Lovers.
thank
Your
you.
originals, man. I so much just love it. And that was really my favorite ones ever.
Awesome.
That was
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Makes my day.
Yeah, well, you deserve it.
Beautiful, man.
Damn
Thank
right.
you.
Hey, thanks for spreading the love, brother. We love you for it, man. Thanks for that.
Absolutely. And as Michael Sandler said, you deserve it. You deserve it. Glad to make your day. You made our night. You started us off with such good energy, right? We're going to take that and run with it. Thank you, Bill. All right. We are moving on to the next poet with good energy, always, and a shit ton of books. Deadpan Lizzie, please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Beanie blessings to you, Rage, in our community. Y'all are in for a treat when she sings later, because I've had the honor of listening to her sing in the cafe and actually being she's done Gladys Knight, and me and Paul Conquist and Neb Cardona got to be her pips, because we do gender bend our pips because we're all about inclusivity, and it's always really fun. So excited for the next Voices and Vibes with Paul in a couple of weeks and Maddie. Yeah, I do have a shit ton of books. Thank you. And you can find that and my workshops and the link to my Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS page at IG on IGES_Strauss, and I'll drop all that in the chat. I'm gonna read a loop poem I wrote in Guerrilla Poets tonight. So thank you, Ma Dukes and Shane Maynor and Nemo, and I think Coach Jaw is going to join us in a little bit, and the Guerrilla Poets for having the writing and wellness sessions every first and third Thursdays of the month. They're really healing and wonderful space to create in. So this is a loop poem, and it's called Limits. The tea stains that control my life. Life does not revolve around coffee and wine. Wine does not easily come out with seltzer, or if you want to be fancy, club soda. Soda starts out fizzy, but eventually always becomes flat. Flat because anxiety will always be temporary. Temporary bubbles of sodium bicarbonate that want to escape into the glasses of life, but will make a mess or gassy belch. Belch, just a fancy way to say burp. Me personifying a cloud in the sky ready to showcase lightning. Lightning ready to scare and still surprise each other. Other negative thoughts that loop through our psyches without thinking. We then check for monsters. Monsters who we know are not there, but outside our house walls. Walls of reality that have positivity, negativity, and everything in between. We know we can control. Control our worst enemy. Enemy can also turn into our best friends and partners. Partners can be playful, but playful will always be temporary. Thank you. Beanie blessings.
Ooh, that's a line right there. Playful will always be. Why does it gotta be like that though, Lizzie? I want to play all the time. That sucks. Please unmute yourselves and give Lizzie some
Yeah,
love.
awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you
let's
so much.
see.
Way to go, Lizzie. Nicely done.
Appreciate you all.
Nicely
Thank you. Thank you
Do
very
it,
much. Thank you.
deadpan, dope as always.
Hey,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man. Keep on going.
that's it. See?
Yes, always. So perfecto.
That's right. Listen, if they not screaming for you, what you even doing? You know what I'm saying? What you even doing? And if nobody's screaming for you, just come here because we're going to scream because we're not afraid, okay? And as I said, we will definitely be hearing from our Monday night online open mic host, Elemental, the poet. Please know he's in the room, okay? We appreciate you, Storm God, for being here. Thank you for shouting out the garage. Poets, Lizzie, another beautiful platform where we are able to learn, grow, and share. And my Dukes doing their thing as well. So we appreciate all those safe spaces where we can make dope poems like that. You know, even if they tell us we can't play like we want to. It's okay. It's all right. All right. Next poet up, who's absolutely going to let us know about another safe space where you can find yourself, is Michael Sandler. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Yeah, speaking of safe spaces, not the one you're expecting me to say, but we are 3 years and 3 days into what happened. That's when everything shut down. And Nuyo has been there ever since the very beginning. And this has just been just the safest of safe spaces and most beautiful thing. And I just have so much thanks for everybody there who has given us this space. But I am going to do my usual and put up lighthousewriters.org, which is an incredible space that has meant so much to me for even more years and continues to be. And I think can be a great space for anybody else who wants to take advantage of it and learn some more about any aspect of writing, and also find some community. But where would we have been for the last 3 years without this space? I tell you what. And yeah, it's Women's History Month, and I often do drastic stuff based on art. And there's this painting in the American Museum of Western Art here in Denver, a great little museum, people don't know. But it's like the first woman in the West, and it's like, there's this woman and she's on her cart and all that, or covered wagon, whatever. But there's this other Black woman standing right next to her, you know, and it's like, wait a second, doesn't she count too? So this is the other first woman. And this is actually, the names are historically correct. My name is Jane. I am forgotten. History is for the rich. My mistress, Susan, ran me ragged, cleaning, cooking, 1,000 chores. Her hands are soft, tender, and clean. Mine are dirty, cracked, and sore. But I bear no ill will towards her as I rest my palate by the door. I disappear before I'm gone. History is for the rich. And so, yeah, while we're celebrating history, just remember how many people get, you know, just shoved under the door of it. And this is another piece for Women's History Month. I call it Crone Stew. It's a list poem. Combine ingredients into melange, let bake until perfect. Take sweetness of youthful, unblemished innocence, let marinate in praise, place in airtight container in fridge until puberty, transfer to bowl. Add sour taste of adolescent competition and body dysmorphia, sprinkle in advertising images of impossible Photoshop goals. Toss in bitterness over missed opportunities lost to less qualified, condescending males making more money doing less work. Splash in spicy hot rage over patriarchal inequality, negotiating for basic services, including health care. Season with salty tears of self-recrimination fermented from years of gaslighting. Finish with savory satisfaction, looking back at what you have overcome to be awesome. Enjoy while others eat crow. Okay, thank you all very much.
Oh, yes, Michael Sendler. Thank you for being a huge part of why this community is safe and is exceptional. We appreciate you, and also for giving some voice to those stories, right? Those stories that are not told. While we're lifting some stories, we are sometimes forgetting others. So thank you for keeping those stories alive in your mouth and in our ears. Please unmute yourselves and give Michael Sendler some love, please.
Hey, Mike, really nice, man.
Yeah, wonderful.
Well played.
Super poetry.
Well
Telling you
said.
that dude pen is always sharp. I don't know how he does it, but he always does.
Right. None of us know. It's a mystery. It's magical. That's why we keep coming back, hoping he shows up too. No, I'm just saying, it's part of the fabric of the place. Get into it. All right. Next person that comes up is going to just bless us totally with a story. It's probably going to be a story. It's going to be an amazing story. It's in the man's name, the urban cowboy poet. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Thank you. Hello from Mexico. Keeping warm down here. I'm just Greg Michaels today. I'll do a story, but I'll do old shit, 400-year-old shit. To honor Women's History Month. and actually my family's place in women's history. I'm going to read a poem by my great, 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 great grandmother. Anne Dudley Bradstreet was a good Puritan wife and mother of 8 children, but she also found time to write and her husband's support, and she could be considered America's first feminist. Says my connection is unstable, so I'll try. So I'm going to read her ode to her strong female role model, High and Mighty Princess Queen Elizabeth by Anne Bradstreet. Although great queen, thou now in silence lie, yet thy loved herald fame doth to the sky. Thy wondrous worth proclaim in every clime, and so has followed whilst there is world or time. So great's the glory in thine excellence, the sound thereof wraps every human sense, that men account in no impiety to say thou wert a fleshly deity. No Phoenix pen, nor Spencer's poetry, nor Speed's, nor Camden's learned history, Eliza's works, wars, praise can e'er compact the world's the theater where she did act. No memories, no volumes can contain the 9 Olympiads of her reign, which was so good, so just, so learned, so wise. From all the kings on earth, she won the prize. Nor say I more than truly is her due. Millions will testify that this is true. She hath wiped off the aspersions of her sex, that women wisdom lack to play the wrecks. Spain's monarch says not so, not yet his host. She taught him better manners to their cost. Was ever people better ruled than hers? Was ever land more happy, free from stirs? Did ever wealth in England so abound? Her victories in forest coasts resound? Ships more invincible than Spain's, her foe. She racked, she sacked, she sunk his armado. Her stately troops advanced to Lisbon's wall, Don Anthony in strife to install. She frankly helped Frank's brave distressed king. The states united, now her fame do sing. She their protectress was, they well do know, unto our dread virago what they owe. Her nobles sacrificed their noble blood. Nor men nor coin she shaped to do them good. The rude untamed Irish she did quell, and Huron bound before her picture fell. Had ever prince such counselors as she? Herself Minerva caused them so to be. Such soldiers and such captains never seen as were the subjects of our palace queen. Her seamen throughout all straits of the world did round. Terra incognita might know her sound. Her Drake came laden home with Spanish gold. Her Essex took Cadiz, the Herculean hold. But time would fail me, so it would do to tell of half she did, or she could do. Her personal perfections, who would tell, must dip his pen at the Haliconian well, which I may not, my pride doth but aspire to read what others write and then admire. Now say, have women worth, or have they none? Or had they some, but with our queen it's gone? Nay, masculines, you have thus taxed us long, but she, though dead, will vindicate our own. Let such as say our sex is void of reason, no 'tis slander now, but once was treason. Thank you.
Thank you. We're glad
That
to
was an
have
excerpt. That was an excerpt from a much longer poem, but I picked out the parts. But those words, those last words, still ring true 400 years later. Nay, masculines, you have taxed us long.
That is true. Thank you so much for being here. And we'll take you however you are. Greg, Urban Cowboy, both of them. That don't matter to us.
Yeah,
Please unmute yourselves and give
I am.
Greg some
All
love.
right, always great. Glad you're
Yeah,
glad we can
Greg,
hear you, man. Break
beautiful.
up. You did great.
beautiful. And I see you got a book there.
Thank you for that, man. My wife appreciated those.
There we go. Make sure you buy that man's book. Please put the information for that in the chat so the folks can follow you and support you. Pushcart nominee, Greg Michaels. Okay, so not just any old book. All right, it's a lot of talent in this room. Right, so please let us know when you get accolades, when the people support you, when the flowers are thrown, so we have our chance to do the same, okay? In the interim, in the meantime, we're going to kick that energy back up just a little bit for you, okay? With some gusto, with the one and the only, the Magus. Please unmute yourself. Gustav, it is so good to see you.
Good to see you, Ray Jane, and my beloved poets. So happy to be here. I have two pieces tonight. One is an original and one is a cover from a great Nuyorican poet, Emily Cordes, from her book, Armful of Poppies. I'll start off with this ode to everything, everywhere, all at once, winner of 7 Oscars. This is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, a big title for a big little film about the multiverse. Creative, challenging, chaotic, like free verse. This movie is the everything bagel. It has it all. The best film of 2022 is what I call Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. See it now. I guarantee you will say, wow. From family quarrels to an all-out dildo brawl against Jobu Tupaki, agent of pure chaos, who sees all and knows all. Amidst infinite branching universes, exponential, Evelyn, our hero, lives up to her ultimate potential. It doesn't make any sense, and the less sense it makes, the better. Hail Bagel! This film is a true love letter to the power of redemption and change, a better look at the multiverse than Doctor Strange. In this indifferent universe, nothing matters except every single moment in time. When we fight for life, it can be sublime. Even this cookie can be kung fu. So many lines in this movie ring true. I know what makes life tick, the profound and the slapstick. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is the moviest. A film you will love. It is the grooviest. And now this is a reading from this is Arachnophobia from Emily Cordes's book, Armful of Poppies. A spectacular book. Highly recommend you buy it. We've learned to mistrust spiders when once they were revered. Sacred grandmothers uniting all creation. Labyrinth weavers, wisdom keepers, threads suspended between worlds. Now maligned, a pest to banish. Venomous or ugly or mere nuisance, webs reduced to attic detritus or Halloween cliche. Legends say Arachne's crime was hubris when she only spoke the truth, owned her talents and perception, divine indiscretion spun for all to see. But the mighty don't take kindly when their infallibility is shown to hang from flimsy, self-spun strings. In this world where gaslights make us moths, spiders and truth seekers receive the same strained welcome. Skills and insights brushed aside when they aren't killed outright, given shrunken looms as pittance boxed away. But look closer in the morning light before the cobwebs appear and sunlight's searing rays dissolve the dew. These webs pose threats for prideful flies and fools, but hang with jewels for those who look within. Thank you. Buy Emily's book, Armful of Poppies.
Beautiful work. Yes, make sure you go and buy that book. Please unmute yourselves and give Gustav some love.
Yeah, that was great, and it's great you
Way to go,
Emily
Gustav.
that
Awesome.
shout out because she
Great
deserves
job.
it.
Come on,
Yeah.
Gusto, with all that gusto,
Everything,
man.
everywhere, all at
And
once.
that's how you be an ally, man.
Watch it.
Point out a great woman poet.
Absolutely,
Buy
absolutely.
that book.
That's it. Buy that book. It's a beautiful collection, as they said. Please don't rob yourself of opportunity to have another wonderful book of poetry in your library, okay? Please give it up for our next artist, the one, the only, the gorgeous, okay? Every day of the week. Finn Bell, please unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, my love. Oh my God, it's so great to be back here. It's been a long time. So I have a teeny tiny poem for you. It's an older one. It was speaking to me, so I'm going to reread it This is from 2022. It's called Where Truth Coats the Diaphragm, the Lips, the Ear. Apology on my lips is the first air pushed out. Please understand, it is weary, not confronting, not aggrieved. I will bother you to take time and hear. Listen to these words open up my lips. Even against my will, they disperse 1,000 spores airborne, touching and tickling noses. Inhaled deeply. I want you to know them, commit them to memory as they are right now, before they become someone else's to digest. Regurgitate a chemical reaction in the transformation of their worth, their meaning. The moment they force their weight up, the windpipe gagging the throat to hasten release on their way rising. I have learned the truth becomes only what is revealed first. Bold-faced captions, never what is unspoken, never what is waiting politely for its turn to speak out. I have learned the truth screams the loudest. It is never quiet. That is a burden kept in close circles, passed around, whipped up to a dizzying speed, crashing back down. The weight, a yoke of opinion, forged in judgment, made culpable. So at the end, everyone's shoulders give up the fight, gradually sag. I have learned the truth is delectable. Court's scandal lingers and hugs the mouth, ready to fizz and spit. No wonder at all that no one wants to listen to the unpopular version. No one wants the residual grit, the boredom, the damning facts that gather and perish at the bottom. I have learned all this while waiting that the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth has escaped. Someone, anyone, catch it. Everyone playing at volunteering, but no one caring to rise up, see what lines the edge of the cold metallic bone, move all that laundered fluff aside to crane their neck and peer above the comfort of their perceptions. Assumption is the best weighted blanket. I heard a rumor. There is a damning photo floating around, words disparate littered the cutting room floor, a call that could have happened but didn't. Did I miss anything in the frantic retelling? Why do you look at me askance? Why? Was there more? I heard a rumor. They believed everything they first imagined. They swore in their mind you promised something, said you led them behind you knowing. I am barely able to balance on the same cliff. See, I too plunged to follow. See, I joined the adoring queue. I heard a rumor. They fell hard for you. You reciprocated in kind. I loved you. I adored you. You stumbled. I stayed. I fought. You still ran scared. I have learned the truth, untended, forms irrevocable, curse, fades to corners of bronchial to expire. A delusion of grace overwhelms the lungs corridors. Unminded, it gushes back up. Thank you.
Ooh-wee. That is beautiful. I'm gonna let y'all unmute and yell for Finn in just a moment. However, a birdie told me that you will also be reading for Mr. Tezazomo this evening. Is that right? All right, and he just happens to be next. So I might as well just keep your mic open so that you can go ahead and read for him. Mr. Tez, we hope that your voice heals, and we are glad to hear your words in somebody else's mouth. How exciting. So Finn, if you don't mind, go ahead.
Thank you so much. The Tezosomok is, the part of Tezosomok is played by Finn Belts, right? Sort of. So this is called Paradoxing Against the Force of Nature. Conservatism as a political philosophy. The society which will emerge where nothing will change. If nothing will change, things will soon change even more radically. I predict that if the existing global system is, as it were, left to itself, the new authoritarian society with new apartheids, new divisions, and so on will gradually emerge, which will not be the old fascism, People say fascism, fascism. This means the laziness of things. The easiest way to instead to confront what's going on today is to simply to apply an old label. This is by Slavoj Žižek, Collected Recordings Podcast, Less Than Nothing, Hegel and the Shadow of the Dialectical Materialism. The con of conservatism is the illusory desire not to change, to revel in the privilege of things important and to keep things the same. The con of conservatism is changing things in order to keep them the same, to continue the Saturnalia of privilege generated by regimes of exclusion via race, gender, legal, extra-legal, difference, or covert. The con of conservatism is what it hides. So simple. The counterintuitive marginalize is for marginalia is for thought as affirmative, even when the apparent situation is negative. The striated or gridded status state is networked by banal, closed, volatile junctures, the hyper singularized legislation, the death of conjunctive synthesis, and the birth of substantive equivalence, once benign in the wild. These alone are not forces. Force is not power. Power is the domestication of forces. Force in its wild state arrives from you, the margin from the outside to break constraints and open new vistas. The con of conservatism is the force to build walls, to segment away from the smooth or open-ended. It is menagerie of striated or gridded anthropomorphic desires, its movement confined by gravity to a horizontal plane, limited by the order of that plane to preset paths between fixed and identifiable points. The extractive superindividual as the enduring territory captured by the cultural forces, by the banalization of lived experience, an uprooting of the individual, a coding and decoding, a change of pattern of actions and affections. New prestige patterns of self mirrored and finally recognized by the dominant discourse, an acceptable fractal of itself. The con of conservatism is that everyone around you conspired against you, coerced you into the directed, disjunctive synthesis, that unsuspecting swoop down on you from a higher level of cultural organization, like some new age enlightenment, and apply a grid of identifications, categorizing overlays of its individuality, reducing the manyness to the one, self-reflecting, ordered by rank, merit, privilege, all disparate circumstances are shattered in a blow. The con of conservatism is that you can't be anti in their binary world. They fall into the trap of De Morgan's double negation law. If you double negate the base category, you will get back to the original. So the con is that woke really means they acknowledge by de facto that they are racist, meninist, white supremacists, xenophobes, et alia. Tessa Somok, thank you.
Oh, beautiful read. Thank you, Finn. Thank you for being here, for sharing your own work, and for offering your voice to share another poet's work when their voice needed a little rest. We appreciate you. Please unmute yourselves and give Finn some love.
Great
Great
read.
job.
Yeah, great
That
job,
was
Tess.
really,
Oh, yeah.
there's work.
Couldn't have read it better.
Great combo.
That was
just fucking
fantastic job.
That just fucking happened.
Yeah.
Feel better, Mr. Tez, for
Yes,
real.
Stellar
yes.
voice
Wait for
as
our next
always,
Feel
Boy,
better.
Tez.
but yeah.
Wow, man.
That's
Your
it.
words coming through Finn's mouth.
That's it, man, right? Put that thing on ice for a little bit so we can enjoy it, right? For a while. It's okay to rest. Ain't no shame in that. I wish we all did it more. Maybe the world wouldn't be so crazy. And maybe we wouldn't need such a fantastic book to tell us the truth about our damn selves if we could give ourselves a little more rest, right? Ridiculous. But in the meantime, we're glad to have you, and we hope your healing comes swiftly. Eric E. Tomic Johnson, I think it's your turn, brother, and we are glad to have you. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Hey everybody, glad to be back. So I have two original poems to share with you. This first one's a little newer, and the second one's one I wrote a little while ago. And let me get to that right now. The first poem is called "Who Will Miss Me?" Who will miss me when I'm gone and never to return? Who will speak upon me fondly with kindness in their words? Who will miss me when I'm gone beyond this mortal coil? My soul bound for heaven, body resting in the soil. Who will miss me when I fade into the realm of thought? Will the time I spent ensure that I will never be forgot? Will they remember me by my actions or the lessons that I taught? Who will mourn me in their heart and suffer from the loss? Who can say they will lament with an aria of sorrow and learn the admonition that time is only borrowed? Who will hear my voice though my lips have fallen still and feel the warmth of my inner form beyond the deathly chill? Who at all can say that they will count me among their number, claim me as a beloved friend, or better yet, a brother? Who of all will say in earnest that I surely will be missed? Why await my demise while the chance does yet exist? To inform me that I was in no way a curse, more akin to a gift. Remedy my heart with knowledge such as this, and I will hereby sit in solace that my presence will be missed. Thanks. And the second one I have for you is called Man You Blackshirt. A second here. The media coverage of blacks thugging and gats busting probably has you asking, besides rapping, what the hell is good in the hood? Nothing, other than the fathers that stuck around and mothers that held their ground, working their way through school, and gangbangers who turned around long sentences that now teach wisdom based on life lessons. The facts about blacks that never quite get mentioned were cast as less Afrocentric and more Afro-eccentrics in a state so synthetic it's contrary to the nature of our very own genetics. Do we even know who we are? Or are we caught up playing parts? Where do our identities stop and the stereotypes start? Thugs, gangsters, gangbangers and killers, Crips, Bloods, do-rags, and drug dealers. We're pre-constructed to fill molds with broken souls, full of holes and jagged fractures. Our joyful noises sang with cracking voices that can barely hold the notes they once so boldly captured. A race of masters enslaved, Django's back in chains, typecast how we're portrayed, and Man You Blackshirt in our ways. We die a little more inside, reading our own burial rites when we subscribe to these inherited stereotypes. Hand-me-downs, clinging with desperate, grasping hands to this suicidal cycle of gang violence and gunshots, while thinking inside the confines of this pine box that is our ghetto assembly line minds and thoughts. We're suffering culture shock. We've forgotten the brilliance that swims in our bloodstreams. We way in the water, way in the water, children, way in the water, to drown our own dreams, spinning the wheels of sweet chariots that once set us free. There's a short circuit, an outage of black power. Our women stand strong alone while brothers lean back and cower. A race of masters enslaved, Django's back in chains, typecast how we're portrayed, and Man You Blackshirt in our ways.
Ooh, Okay, okay, come on. You gonna sing? You gonna sing? Listen, you got people in the chat talking about what's the IG? What's the chat? You gonna sing to us? What's the IG? Please unmute yourselves and give Eric E.
I
Atomic
mean, your
time.
stuff
That
is
was
deep and your poetic skills are just highest level. Like,
Yeah.
you are just
better come on with that word in the
fantastic
bar,
Level.
technique.
man. You better
Yeah,
come on
Great
with
brilliant.
that.
presentation, everything.
Hey,
They're just so meaningful.
Amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Amazing. I need to hear more. I can't get enough.
That's it. That's it. We can't get enough. You heard that? Did you hear it? Put your stuff in the chat, man. Come on. Don't do that to the people. They're looking for more. Give them more. Okay. Beautiful work. As always, two tremendous pieces and thoughtful with your word choices, and it shows. We appreciate you and your gifts here and your choice to return to us and share more. All right, that's right. Follow him on IG, Etomic86 for those folks who are not in the Zoom room with us. That's ETOMIC 86. Okay, get your live. Okay, make a friend. It won't hurt, I promise. Most of us don't bite. I can't speak for everybody, but most of us, we don't bite. Okay. All right. Well, the next person, he might bite. He might do a lot of things, actually. I told you about him earlier, right? I said, hey, if you were sensitive in the earlobes or you got sensitive folk around you, please go on, let them go get some rest elsewhere, get a drink, snack time for them. But for you, if you're enthused about some heat, some spice, some sensuality, then we've got quite the treat for you. Ed Foreman, please come to the mic. Where are you, my friend? I think I seen you in here. Are you still here? I know you are. There you go. I found you. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Wow, that was a very good piece, to say the least. Going deep inside our crease. So is everyone ready for some burning sexual grease? All right. My name is Ed Flametastic. Hope everyone get ready to feel some bombastic. A little smut, get out of that rut, or a little spice, make you feel nice. This is called Galactic Ecstasy. Perfection is here. The yummy scrumptious you. Baby, there's nothing to fear. I want to taste your sweet honeydew. I know you feel a connection. You're glowing more than a star. You want that deep, stellar satisfaction. Don't worry, you'll receive a big orgasmic shooting star. I want to explore your deep space. Let me in your vast pink Milky Way. Let me see the pale moons on your face. It's okay, you don't know what to think or say. Let's explore each other's enormous fantasies. You feel that, baby? Do you feel me? You look so sexy and tasty. No, honey, don't be too quick or hasty. I want to make you mine. I'm going to taste you or starless wine. I want our universes to come align. I'm ready to conquer this form behind. I'm going to continue to conquer this planet. Oh my God, here comes the enormous earthquakes. The wiggling alien has landed. It will concentrate while your pleasure aches and elevates. Honey, could you charge up my lightsaber? That's right, put it deep in your crater. This is a warm and pleasurable celestial crater. You are such a fluent translator. My lightsaber is fully charged. Time to conquer your soft land. It's time for a cosmic discharge. The gravity is too great. I need both hands. Look at those craters and marks. No, I love your imperfections. They're your mystical art. Enough talk. Let's perform a sensational abstraction. My thick probe is touching your scorching core. We're one in this tranquil twilight. You moan and groan more. I'm going infinity beyond to reach your G heights. Your mouth started erupting. I need to extract some samples slowly. We're mesmerizing, humping while our bodies thumping. Some turbulence up ahead. I need to move in closely. This sexy magnetic force pulling me without end is going faster, faster, faster. My mind and body has transcended. I need to prepare my blaster. Your core is breaking. Time for climactic Big Bang. Planet is shaking from our deep awakening. The pink cosmos has rang. Your planet shiver and your black hole drips. You land on the ground. I can see the light spread across your lips. I just conquered something so sexy and round. My sweetie, my space adventure is over. Time to drift off into deep space. Come on, moving closer. Let's bask in the grace from our heavenly embrace. Thank you.
Woo! Ooh, yes, intergalactic indeed. Please unmute yourselves and give Ed some love.
Always, always
Fantastic.
love it.
Yeah.
Mr.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Green,
Yes. Nice.
that was
Climactic
Wow.
rewind.
mean.
you got me
Fire,
sweating, man. I'm
man.
about to take off my sweat and stuff, bro.
Listen.
You make Canada that much hotter. Bringing
Mm-mm.
that fire, boy.
That was dope. That was fire.
Come on now, keep your clothes on, folks. All right, they're gonna take us off the air. All right, we just trying to stay on the air. And we appreciate you for really encouraging the shenanigans, because that's what for. All right, and also just teaching us ain't no shame in the sensuality, right? It can be fun. It could be out of this world, in fact. So we appreciate you. Put your information in the chat so the folks can follow you and support you while we kick it over to our resident boot, right? Y'all remember I talked about him before, Ron Mark Thompson, right? Also known as the boot. Also just a beloved member of our community. So shout out to Ron for holding us down both here and at all the New York spaces, really. Okay, please unmute yourself and do your thing. Glad to see you and have you here with us as always.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. And yeah, I'd rather be known as the beloved member of the community than the boot, So as much, we do have to use the boot, but, if we don't have to use it, the better. But so thank you so much, Ray Jane, as always. Everyone stay tuned because we're going to do a poll. This will be I think it'll be a first on either the Monday or Thursday night online open mic where we're going to have you select which song Ray Jane will sing at the end. But I just want to mention a few things. Ray Jane did briefly mention the 3-year anniversary, and Michael Sinder also mentioned that 3 years ago is when, mid-March of 2020, our lockdowns in most cities and states in the United States started due to the COVID pandemic. And I checked with our executive director, Labrua. Her Thursday night online open mic, the very first one, took place about 2 weeks later on March 26, 2020. And then Monday night online open mic followed like the week or 2 weeks thereafter. So Elemental, Ray Jane and I, we would love to do like a little 3-year anniversary party. And we're going to do that on 2 days, on Thursday, March 30th and Monday, April 3rd. Those will be the 2 days closest after the actual 3-year anniversary. So we're going to do some planning. We're going to let you guys know, next week what exactly we're going to do, but please come on out. We want to celebrate that, you have been with us all for 3 years, and we want to continue, this for many more weeks and months to come. So thank you so much. Ray Jane also mentioned Voices and Vibes, and I have to apologize. I didn't tell Ray Jane yet because even I didn't know about it until Paul Concaso gave us the breaking news this past Monday that starting next month, instead of the second Saturday of the month, it's going to be held 3 times a month on the 1st, 3rd, and 4th Friday. Yeah, Ray Jane, I was as surprised as you were, when I found out about that. So more details will come on Fridays, except for the second Friday of the month, because the ASL Slam takes place at the cafe, at the New Regan Poets Cafe there. So watch out for news about that. And also a reminder again, if you want to sign up for either the Monday or Thursday night online open mic, both Ray Jane and Elemental have this wonderful graphic that shows you, 24 hours before the open mic, head to the full events calendar on our newregan.org website. And as soon as you see the artist RSVP ticket, that will guarantee you a spot in the guaranteed list. And the good thing on Thursdays is that Ray Jane has the good luck round in the end. So if you didn't get an artist RSVP ticket, you may still sign up. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, some more exciting news. I'm going to share my screen and make sure that this works. Here we go. So as everyone knows, we did mention it that last week and this week we did have to to suspend in-person programs at the New Rican Poets Cafe because it was a little bit cold in the cafe. People were wearing their coats a few weeks ago at open mic, so we wanted to make sure that everyone is safe. So we couldn't do our Wednesday and Friday night slams. However, earlier today in the cafe, a film screening took place, not a film screening, a comedy event took place, and tomorrow La Brua confirmed that the film screening that you see on screen right now, All the Ladies Say, presented by the Denzel Rockefeller, will also take place at the cafe at 6 p.m. Eastern Time in person. And as you can see on the flyer, it's free admission. I mean, you can't get better than that. So if you happen to be in Manhattan, if you're going out to a date, why not just take your date to the New Rican Poets Cafe? It's free. You're going to see a film. You're going to get some, Q&A afterwards. It's a documentary. And you're going to get to network and meet other fellow community members. So Rachel and I recommend that if you happen to be in the city in Manhattan, come on in, come on out, free admission tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And also, as Ray Chain mentioned, Finn Bell hosted a great women's orators writing workshop earlier this evening online in Zoom. Ray Chain herself did the same 1 week ago. Next week, it's Peggy Robles Alvarado's turn. Many of us in the community know her. I've taken workshops that she taught before the pandemic in person and online during the pandemic, and I really heartfully recommend her. She is an amazing teacher. If you enjoyed Ray Chain's and Finn Bell's workshop classes, you will also enjoy Peggy's workshop. You can see the information on the flyer next Thursday, 6 p.m. online. And as authorized by Nico, I'm going to put the discount code, the special discount code for our online community. If you cannot pay the $15 ticket for this workshop, we're going to offer it to you for $5. And you just have to put in this code on the ticket site, and there is a link there for the promo code. So check it out if you can make it. Yep, and I see in the chat, Ray J mentioned that Peggy. Yes, I mean definitely. If you never participated in a Peggy Robles workshop, you will be amazed. Trust me, we're not lying to you. All right, so this is it for my promotions for both in-person and online programs. Again, we will keep you posted for anything else coming up. I see Elemental has his video on, because yes, Elemental, do tell us about what's coming up this coming Monday. I heard there is a great open mic happening online. What's happening? Go ahead.
It's just the hypest night of the week happening with the greatest community in the world. Happens to be the Monday night online open mic. Of course, it's presented by the legendary New Rican Poets Cafe. Listen, this week we're going to be looking at the art of storytelling. All right, messages through time. So come through, like they've been saying, right? Sunday is 8 p.m. Eastern. Sunday, go to the website, full events calendar, get our RSVP. Listen, come through. Make sure you're plugging in with Ray Jane and RMT, man. The team is going down, man. I'm telling you, Storm Force season. Plug in, y'all. See y'all Monday.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Ray Chain, for putting all the links and all the information in the chat. We appreciate you. And again, community, the discount ticket code that I gave was for the women's orator writing workshop, which will give you the ticket, which you can buy the ticket for $5 instead of $15. Check it out. And Paul Concasso also mentioned to kick off next month's Voices and Vibes karaoke and independent music showcase, we also will offer that program for $5 per ticket during April instead of the $15. So again, we're doing it because we love you in the community. Again, stay tuned. We're going to celebrate 3 years with all of us 2 weeks from now. Ray Chain and Elemental and I will give you more details. Send it back to Ray Chain because I know we have more people on the guaranteed list, and I already know we have an amazing good luck round list. So Ray Chain, back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ron, and absolutely so much more than a boot. That's just, if we absolutely need that. But most of the time, it's just all of this greatness, okay? Because how would we even know? I didn't know anything about the Paul show. That was a change. 3 times instead of 1. That's breaking news. Thank you. Ron is also our resident newscaster. All right. Thank you, Ron, for being out there in the streets amongst the folks. We appreciate you. Okay. So we are going to get back into the list. And as he mentioned, it's the first time we are doing a Zoom poll. Okay. So if you get prompted to put your vote in for the end of the show, please do participate. If you don't, that's all right.
Hold on, Ray Jane. Thank
Oh.
you. See, I know. See, that's why I need you because my brain is so scattered sometimes. So let's do that right now. I forgot about that. So I'm gonna try. I never done this before on any other Zoom. So I'm gonna launch it. So everyone, including you, Ray Jane, you can see the choices, right? So everyone, click on which one you want to have a thing. I'm gonna give it a few seconds. Okay, I can see it increasing. Okay, I'm going to give it a few more seconds to give everyone a choice to respond to that. Okay, I can still see it. I can see the line going up and down. Okay.
A little drum roll.
I know. Hold on, how many are in, like, we have 30 people in Zoom right now. So far, it says 21 have answered. So there are still some of you who didn't answer. Come on. We're giving them two choices.
Get us in there. We got our numbers coming up. There we go. Can we get one more? Do we have one more?
One more? One more? Anyone?
No, that's all right. That's all right. I think we can end it. That's okay.
So let me end it and then let me share the results. Ray Jane can confirm. Can you see the results and tell us which one won?
I'm going to let you know the results are in, people, and it sounds like at the end of the show, I will be singing some Norah Jones. Don't know why to you. Okay. Dope. All right. That is really cool. That was actually super fun, Ron. We got to do that again. We got to figure out ways to bring that back around. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you, all of you who did vote. We appreciate you. Okay. And as you know, Voices and Vibes is coming up. So if you want to be that one to pick a song that works for you on the New York stage, please keep your eyes peeled for that opportunity. In the meantime, in between time, we're going to get back in this list, okay? Oh, and we starting off with a heavy hitter, okay? Thomas from Open Minds, Open Mic, okay? And you can let us know, how did that performance go that you were so nervous about last week? How'd it go, Thomas? Unmute yourself and welcome back.
Yo, so first up, before I let y'all know how it went on Monday, I want to let y'all know tomorrow we got Nemo Sun featuring. So y'all make sure you at Open Minds, Open Mic tomorrow. We got Nemo Sun. He's going to crush it. I'm so excited to hear this man's poetry. And then another shout out, last Friday, Shocky G did an amazing job hosting. Ray Jane, blew my mind. I've only heard a few of your poems. I got the whole feature in. You killed it. Shocky had like 30 some odd people in the building and still held it down as a host. So shout out to y'all too. Shout out to Nemo. Monday went great. I didn't make it to the finals. I didn't win, but I did have the highest score in the first round. Yeah. And it was with this poem right here called Phantoms. Manifesting phantoms, fanning messes, finding blessings once the dust left us. Amongst the stuff I saw a box labeled, only open with trust and pure thoughts. I wiped the cobwebs off, took a deep breath in and paused, cleared my mind, not sure what I'd find inside, felt the tingle run up my spine, goosebumps down my arms. Don't be alarmed, a voice whispered to my heart. I then began to start untying ribbons, so ornate and carefully placed, beginning to taste the sweetness in my mouth. The air in the house smelled like an old memory I just couldn't live without. Slowly, I lifted the lid. As I did, I felt a great presence enter the room. This present was meant for you. The voice softly spoke again. I closed my eyes as I set aside the lid, opened my eyes, took a look inside. What a surprise, a true sight to behold. The voice then told me to hold on to this treasure forever. Never forget this gift. It is yours to share with all you ever have and ever will love. Suddenly, a force from above entered into my being. I then began seeing my destiny laid out in front of me to spread love and peace across the globe with the greatest of ease. Thank you.
Ooh, yeah, that's how you do that thing. Congratulations, right? On pushing past that fear and showing up and showing out. And it's just the beginning, right? That's the most beautiful thing. Please unmute yourselves and give Thomas some
Yeah,
love.
positive energy.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Thomas, Phantom.
Very
Yeah.
good.
10.
Very
It's
good.
a 10.
I love that.
Always dope to hear your work, man. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing for real.
That was dope.
Absolutely, absolutely. Please put your information in the chat so the folks know where to find you, and also so they know where to show up so they can support Nemo Soon tomorrow when he does his thing. We've all been waiting for that feature, myself included. All right. Next poet to the mic is Ike Waltz. Please unmute yourselves. We're excited to have you as always.
Well, I may have read this before, but I'm not sure. The 2022 SCOTUS League. Yes, it's Women's History Month, and Medusa comes to mind. Medusa, Medusa. Medusa is widely known as a monstrous female creature with snakes in her hair, whose gaze turns men into stone. In Western culture, strong women have historically been imagined as threats requiring male conquest and control. And Medusa herself has long been the go-to figure for those seeking to demonize female authority. Medusa, once considered a beautiful, avowed, mortal priestess of Athens, until she was raped by the immortal god Poseidon, and that inside Athena's temple, Athena herself, an immortal goddess and Poseidon's niece, then punished Medusa, not Poseidon, for this rape, breaking her vow to celibacy by turning Medusa into the Gorgon monstrous stony clans creature that became known. Yes, Medusa was punished for being raped. Medusa, Medusa. And because you are iconic, once beautiful, now Gorgon, nasty, so men will goose ya. To speak about love in ancient times, as I must, I saw your wings spin of scary green hue. I saw your hair, snakes hissing everywhere. Your fangs hissing ignorance. Man, watch what you say. Be aware. I gazed into your bloodshot eyes. I turned into stone. But I was not alone. As I submerged with the Olympian gods, that righteous melodramatic lot, I see these Gorgon monsters, Dano, Eurelia, and Medusa, with hearts of a witch and eyes in the eyes, suggesting malevolence, the role of a vice. And it comes to mind beauty suggesting, yes, revenge is kind. Your myth, never forgotten, leaves the bitter taste of resentment, a read woman's only defense. Medusa's visage, naked female rage, her sculpted image enhanced on the Me Too page. Female terror turns anger into luscious power, hence the Gorgon furies devour. Analysis of horror's personified beauty from passage to compassion, philosophy lost in suspicious white men's art, falling from matrixial theory, but only in part. The guardian of female power embedded in an IBM cloud. On Medusa's wings swings that veil of Isis, that savage protector of a woman's secret sting. venomous snakes strike heroic, but manly sexuality, like apes, never changes. Womanly nature demands that her bodily territories enjoy enticing pleasures, as she should. Looking at the mesmerizing eyes, looking into her magnificent universe. Comparing man, he roams on fiction and myth, compelled to seek instinctively that perpetual escape into his security box, hope at will. Eventually, it's always just pass away. Never mind that unutterable urge to rape, which conveniently he calls, it's just another fuck. Women across culture threatening male conquest and control, Medusa, the go-to female authority, her portrait framed by a hashtag stigma, all hangs on a silver nail, presented as a trophy. At best, Medusa's laugh, such a powerful call to arms, urging all women to break that repressive seal and claim identity once for all. Thus, blameless longevity emerges on pop culture's fertile ground. Always kindly envy and intoxication, luring seductive attractiveness into male petrification, and women, followed by these men, applaud the awakening of a refined nation. And victim blaming, finally, let its lens shifted. It's about time. Medusa, Medusa, when you smile, beware, man is born with a penis. Out of his control, he can turn horny at any time. Always ready to seduce you. It's nature's primitive way of saying, but forgive me, I'm only playing. Medusa, Medusa, shamed, shunned, and loathed, once by men adored and loved. The parlance of heing and sheing, iconic, dangerous, always dazzling, always devouring. Medusa, Medusa. Be wary, as the Scotus may rape ya. Yes, once again. But who will they finally blame? Scotus, recuse, recuse. End this partisan abuse. Thank you.
Whew. Mm. So much truth in that. Please unmute yourselves and give Ike some love.
Wow.
What an incredibly
Every time I
powerful
hear
So
piece.
it,
such
Hey,
an incredibly
every
perfect
time, every time.
You need that
for
knowledge.
right now and just a great beats period.
Well done.
I
Cynthia
love who
Rice
you
gets it
chose
right
for
every
women.
time.
Knowledge.
Mike. Every time.
What a
Beautiful.
powerful choice to write about. Like,
Absolutely. Powerful indeed. But then that's Ike Waltz, right, folks? So if you like it, come on back, get some more. That's all we saying. You know, it's here every week. You know, we get blessed by it. So bless yourself. All right. Powerful storytelling, as Lizzie mentioned in the chat, very much a true statement. And going from one storyteller to the next, this one we refer to also as a griot in his own right. And Goma Hill, please unmute yourself and welcome back, brother.
Hey there, how y'all doing? So I got two little pieces, you know, this first one, I'm kind of doing it kind of because it's Women's History Month. But what it's about is sometime back, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, Erykah Badu did a performance piece where she got butt naked and ran through the park. Yeah, so this is it. It's called Here's a Shotgun for Your Window Seat for Erykah Badu. Maybe if her name was Godiva, the chronicles wouldn't have noticed, but the chocolate was too much to ignore, since the naked Black woman in Dealey Plaza in Dallas must have been a striptease, a Hottentot, something for BET, not expected to shine light on the darkness. Of course, the pundits didn't get it. After all, performance art is implausible to the culturally impoverished, malnourished and misfed a diet of fructose, discouraged from reading, watching movies on iPods, while intellectual curiosity becomes obsolete. So just fall in line and believe what we tell you. The skeletons in the closets are hidden in books. We're pretty damn sure you won't find them. It's the last place you would look. After all, fear is easier to sell where ignorance reigns. Prisons are a cash crop, and war without end is profitable. Or perhaps you're not paying attention. The color of the week is red, a Tea Party culture, inviting those with blinders to sit at the table. And it makes me blue. The weather is so unpredictable, but the signs lead me to believe that the return of the Ankh brings new energy, naked, shedding death for new life, shining light and truth to the planet. Yeah, thank you. The second one is called, come on. Today is the tomorrow we were looking for yesterday. Today is the tomorrow we were looking for yesterday. 1984 on roids. Behold a pale horse on oxy. This sure ain't Wonderland, Alice. Little orphan Annie lives in Tent City underneath the rail yard down by the tracks. Even white folk got problems. Poverty is colorblind. Only on Fox 5 is the economy booming as vampires suck blood for oil and use your children as cannon fodder. War is endless and profitable, and we started wars on lies before. What makes it different this time? When were we never at war? 9/11 was an inside job. Why not have a day when the misleaders call for battle and everyone stays at home? Tell your children combat is deadly and perilous to your health. Paint protest signs on the walls of your consciousness. Remember, the military is an industrial complex, but it's not too complex to see the chicken hawks only send out kids to fight their conquests. Do you think 1 million people rallying in Banneker City could snatch the yardbirds out of the palace? Is there a law that will actually make them read the Constitution? This is a state of emergency poets told you about. I would continue with this catastrophe, but it's just too much to Twitter.
Come on. I try to tell y'all. I try to tell you the brother's cold. I try to tell you. Please unmute yourselves and give it go with some love.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Deep.
To Twitter.
Hey, that was my
Too
first
much
time
to
hearing
Twitter.
you, and I hope to hear much more. That was
Amen.
fucking amazing.
People that do this, and
Wow.
there are people that
That
do
was
this.
Okay.
oh.
Trust me, there's so much more to hear. All right, that is just not even the tip of the iceberg. The brother plays every instrument they ever made, and he plays them on the show, like one back to back. He just, okay, I'm done with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and get on, I'm gonna get on the oboe. You got an oboe, brother? You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes down with Ngoma. Make sure that you buy his book. And we not here for tap dancing, right? Right? Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat so the folks know they can get their own. All right, we're going to keep it moving, keep it pushing. As you see, time is rolling. We got a lot of people on the good luck round. I would love to get to you all. I'm only going to be able to do that if you choose short pieces, okay? For those folks that are on the good luck round, if you could choose shorter pieces so we can get you all in, something around 2 minutes or so, then I think we could squeeze you all in. So please, let's try to do it together, okay? In the meantime, we have Messiah Payne coming to the mic with all his beautiful words. Please unmute yourself. Dig in the hat too, brother. Dig in the hat. It's kind of cold, so it makes sense. Please unmute yourself. Welcome back.
Thank you, Ray Jane. It's great to be here. I have two short poems I'd like to read. They're companion pieces to one another. So here's the first one. It's called Some Kind Words from a Familiar Stranger Upon Death. Why do you struggle? Being assured is a tepid suggestion of thriving indistinctly in petrified shadows that atrophy permanence. Shallow experiences bearing foundations of self, distinguished in darkness, belying acuity and clarity when your eyes open at last to rapture, a light on the edge of disorder and death. This light is born of silence when its allusion to wholeness becomes eternal, where the light casts off vestiges of mortal tethers, ablution to prepare the etheric body to approach its new home, its new life. Whether you become a dream that coalesces around heaven or a dream that expresses immortal platitudes, what you've earned through karmic experience, the light slowly, tenderly gives shape to you, perhaps stretching vastly beyond God's will and absolute realization that is a minuscule attachment to a greater universe in a form of life where being has truly been born. The immortal rose that is life, that has its cycles and cosmic seasons where the intellect cannot touch, comes like a silence pregnant with the word of God. Though it is known by inference, it remains a necessary secret. A secret that is our soul's delight, as our souls are rooted in the light that is both secret and revelation. It gently blooms into a supernal inferno, freedom into the abundance of divinity, burning away everything that remains coarse and unrefined. Do not fear what comes next. Death is but the beginning of an odyssey where you must go alone into that bottomless, ecstatic light, traveling to meet the answers of your being and where it must go when the struggling eloquence of your soul is reborn after the immortal rose finally wilts. And there's a companion piece. It's called The Immortal Rose. Life, a flower that blooms in limitless cosmic space, whose endless essential alignment is the fertility of soul generation, the one soul, the arousal of all spirit unified after life ends, the immortal rose, meets its final incarnation as time and space begin to perish. For in this realm that encompasses life, moving beyond itself, the mortality of our life's immortal bloom that only seems must be met. While the breath of spirit, being, that is stimulated by the source at the center of all life, that invokes gods and goddesses, migrates towards an embracing force that exists transcendently of immortality and divinity. Meet me there if you will, if you dare to truly exist, meditating on the power of your own soul to defy the gravity of its present form, where the rose wilts, and imagine love that is free absolutely. We will never cease. We will never cease. Thank you.
Thank you, Messiah. Both of those are beautiful. Please unmute yourselves and give Messiah some
Yeah,
love.
that was beautiful.
Oh yeah, really beautiful. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, I gotta holler at you.
Nice,
When
nice.
talk to
That was
Gustav, I'm gonna
deep.
get to you. I gotta holler at you.
really, I'm telling you, that cat cast some wicked spells with his poetry, man. For real, that dude is on it.
Thank you.
Listen, that's real. Sometimes you got to touch yourself. You like, is he making me fall in love? What's happening right now? Messiah, we love your work, man. Somebody put in the chat, sheesh. And I think that was just eloquent enough to cover how you make us feel about you with your words. Thank you for being here. All right, next poet up. We're going to keep it moving, grooving. I'm trying to get everybody. Okay, it's Subject Matter. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
What's up? How y'all doing? Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you great and we doing well. Welcome
Okay,
back.
great. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick piece because I know you want to get those other people in, but it's a shout out from Long Beach. Born in Jersey, live in Long Beach. One last time. We can't keep meeting like this. We can't do this anymore. Even my doctor said you're not good for me. Whenever you're in front of me, I lose all self-control. Before I know it, my mouth is all over you, consuming you as if I was dying of starvation, ravishing you, licking my fingers, sopping up your juices as if I was dying and they were the antidote. And you just lay there and let me have my way, smiling, welcoming, inviting. To be honest, I didn't even like your name when they first introduced you to me. But as you came closer, I was roused by the aroma of your Jamaican spices. You greeted me, and I was startled. We went through the cordial formalities, emotionally and physically trapped. We can't do this anymore. I'm walking away while I still have some self-esteem left. For my own sanity. Okay, one last time. Since you're dressed so, damn you, oxtails and gravy. That's that piece.
Oh, we love a good Volta, brother. We love it. Twist it up, boys. Please unmute yourselves and give them some love. Oxtails do that.
Love for some oxtail and gravy, baby.
Yeah, that's subject matter.
Subject matter is always on point. Appreciate that, man. Great mind.
You gotta be craving some oxtails and gravy now.
Oh, man, don't do that.
Yeah, baby.
This is great mind.
Y'all know what's good.
Come on. Messing us up. You know, between you and Ed, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, how do we even get through? We don't know. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your work as always. The next person up is Carrie. Carrie, I know you're here. Yes. And please let us know if this is your first time with us, so we could greet you properly. I'm about to hit the unmute button. Don't worry, it's not you, it's me. All right. I know, I see you like, damn, it ain't working. Please unmute yourself and welcome.
Hi everyone. I did join you guys last Thursday. I was just listening and I was blown away. It's been a while since I've been in a creative writing space and I just feel at home. And yeah, tonight will be my first night performing and I'm very nervous, but
oh snap,
at
let
the
me
same
stop you
time,
there, Carrie. I got to stop you right there, Carrie. I got to stop you right there. First of all, thank you for being here. We're excited to have you and to hear you. I want you to know that no matter how this goes, there's love waiting for you on the other side. That is how we greet you when it's your first time. So you just do your best. That's it. You already did it. You showed up. That's it. You already did it. You're already a part of this community. So just do your thing, okay? And we're going to greet you with love no matter how it goes. All right? Go ahead. You're
thank
welcome.
you so much. So tonight I'll be reading two pieces. This first piece is called Synthetic Synesthete. Synthetic synesthete senses blue synths with a song and red riffs with another, pounding black with drums and popping purple to an EDM track. Synthetic synesthete also senses blank with a song and nothing with another. The color palette doesn't show with every song, but with every song a clock shows. Synthetic synesthete senses a soft morning with this song and a harrowing night with that song, a fuzzy afternoon with one song and an atmospheric evening with another. Synthetic synesthete failed the synesthesia battery test, but her experiences passed on the authenticity test. And this next piece is from a book that I'm writing and hopefully we'll have it published this year. I'm hoping. It's been a long time coming. It's called My First Conversation with Hydrogen, after Jay Lockman, who was a scientist at Green Bank. Summer of 2017, I chose to brave the hills of Green Bank. Had I stayed in New York, I wouldn't have received a signal from neutral hydrogen in the sky, telling me that it's giving off radiation from its electron acquiring a different spin. Not spin in the way we think, but a quantum spin. Its radiation is not from overly excited electrons, but rather from a placid electron, giving off only a gentle signal in the radio. Neutral hydrogen told me that its electron was stagnant and no outer energy has made its electron progress upward. I told hydrogen that no input has helped me to progress forward. Hydrogen, tell your electron that I understand what it is feeling. The little moves that I am making are lackluster, lack in strength because of the little knowledge and influence I possess. The fact that I haven't been sharpening my skills, allowing the outer energy to excite me and to help me progress forward and relax once my work is done. The work that I give to the world, the bunch of photons that I radiate as I descend to my ground state. Hydrogen, although this was a small message, I enjoyed our conversation.
Yes, we love science shit here, okay? So just so you know, you are in great company and our community knows what to do. So I'm going to unmute them so they can shower you with the love that you deserve. And congratulations in advance on your book coming out, okay? In advance. Please unmute yourselves. Y'all do what you do.
Yes,
One of
yeah,
us,
yeah,
one of
yeah.
us, one of us, one of us.
Very happy
Yeah.
to have
You
you
do,
Hey,
Ray
thank
J,
you. To see you at
sometimes.
Open Minds too, yo. That shit was dope. Many
Oh,
blessings.
that was nice. That was nice.
It's a big step. It's a major step, but we are here.
And
Yeah,
what was you nervous about? You crushed it, girl.
Good.
that's
Thank you
it.
Good.
so much.
Welcome to the
You're
community.
welcome.
Find yourself
Yeah,
here as
welcome.
often as possible.
That's right. That's right. You done messed up, Carrie. You done came around and been dope out loud in front of everybody. You didn't have to do that, Carrie. You could have kept it to yourself. Nobody would have bugged you or nothing. Now you're going to have a whole bunch of people trying to be your friend on Instagram, okay? Asking you questions about when your book will actually come out, Carrie. You've been talking to us about it. And then you're going to have people expecting you to be somewhere every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. How dare we? How dare you, Carrie, be that phenomenal? Okay, so as you said already, you have a family here with us. Please put your information in the chat. Look, Finbell can't wait. She said, "What's your Insta?" And then Lizzie said, "Up, up, 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 up." Okay, I don't know what that little symbol is called. The carrot. I don't know, but you know what it means. All right, that means Lizzie agrees. Lizzie also wants your information. In fact, we all do. Okay, so thank you for being here. Carrie. Underscore the verses, underscore the underscore verses for those folks who are not in the Zoom room. Make sure you make friends with Carrie. Carrie's on the way. Thank you for sharing your gifts with us and choosing to not just watch, but to get involved today. We appreciate you. All right, we're going to go from Carrie, who is our newest member, to one of our, folks we've been seeing a couple of times around. Okay, we got Coach. We're going to bring the coach up, okay, so he could tell y'all how he does it in his own special way as well, also known as Josh Small. Some of you might not know, but if you don't, you will. Please unmute yourself and welcome.
Good evening. Good evening. Thanks for thanks for the space. Oh, man, y'all been lighting it up all night. I'm excited. I normally have to watch. I normally don't get to be on. So are we down to one piece or are we still doing two pieces?
If you could keep it to one, that would be great because we're trying to get everybody on.
That's fine. I'll do one. I just was trying to figure out which one to do, but that's fine. If he was American, the streets would be clear. White hoods would flood the stations, policemen would be hung, badges would have been burned, citizens would have made arrest, a price would have been paid, hoodlums would have claimed their set. If he was American, someone would have paid up by now. The reaper would be full, ripbacks would have their first to come, bloody streets would find our homes. If he was American, meaning non-Black, non-Negro, second class, red lines would never know his name. If his color would not match the night, he could walk home after a sundown. If he was American, today would be different. Void of melanin, today would be different. Chocolate flavored, today would be different. Never had a bullseye strapped to his chest, his back tattooed in his brown of his eyes. If he was white, protected by a union, had his name stamped in We the People. If he was American, posters would hang, Mom and pop stores would be closed. Parades and picnics would be everywhere. Hoods would cover blonde heads and blue eyes if he were American. Black skins would be peeled. Constitutions would have spoken. Law would line citizens' fingers. Deputies would have to answer. Police captains would beg for mercy. Someone would have to choose a side, would have a back to break. Some Black would be killed if he were American. He'd have a European last name, skin tone, a father who never owned him or his brother, never called him property, saw him standing on an auction block if he was American. Anything but a Black man today would never have been, and someone would still be alive.
Ooh, Ja, I'm glad you chose that one, cause damn, please unmute yourselves and give Ja some love. That was
Wow. Fire.
Yeah, heavy.
One of us.
Fire on the mic.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
us.
John,
Y'all, that's the
read
coach
that
right
man,
there.
boy.
Bring
Hey,
all of
shit
that
was
to
fire,
Brother
me
got
bro.
some
tonight
dope
too.
ass spaces that he hosts too on
Heavy.
IG, man.
That was
Check him out.
fire, fire.
Heavy.
What?
Yeah, it was dope.
Okay, that's what I said in Goma. Shoot. Please put your information in the chat, Ja. Please put your information in the chat. If you don't know, you got mad fans up in here. There's a lot of folks want to find you. As they mentioned, Ja is also curating safe spaces himself. So please make sure you find him so that you can learn and grow alongside him as well. All right. We are moving on. Our last poet on the guaranteed list. I think they were still here with us, but they have vanished, and that was Vex Lex. You know, sometimes people got to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? The show goes too late. Oh shit, they're here. Okay, wait, hold on. Excuse me. Oh, Vex, how could I? Okay, let me fix my mistake. Vex is actually here. We went over that so that you guys would have some, some suspense, okay, before Vex started. All right, please unmute yourself, Vex, and thank you for being here, and thank you for sticking it out with us. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. I was like, wait, I'm here. All right. I'm Vex Lex. You can follow me on IG at Vex Lex Poetry. You want to stay tuned with me because I got some exciting things in the works. You could ask me about it now or ask me again in 6 months. Do people usually find out something is wrong before it's too late? Before all possible solutions have been exhausted, or are they told to simply monitor themselves? Be on the lookout for obvious warning signs. Chastised for getting ahead of themselves. I've always believed if I'm not bleeding, it must not be serious. The same way people believe if your skin isn't painted with scars, then you must be handling things well. But how well could things really be? If the floors in my mind won't stop creaking, the walls of my thoughts continue to chip away, how can you repair something that started off broken? I've spent years trying to renovate, and for a while, it's been working. My emotional regulation faucet hasn't leaked as much, mostly because I have been hesitant to turn the knobs, since it's difficult to not see myself as a clogged sink. I've tried to clear my pipes as much as I could, even had professionals give me their prognosis. Am I optimistic about the layout of my home? Ask me again in 6 months. Thank you.
Okay, way to bury the lead, but not really because it's already fire. It's 6 months early. All right, please unmute yourselves and give back some love.
Vex Lex in the book.
Yeah.
Cool,
Thank
Lex.
you, guys.
Always
Thank
great to
you.
hear you.
We love
Dope,
you.
dope,
We love
dope.
you.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Absolutely, the love is mutual. Please put your information in chat. Y'all make sure you keep an eye on Vex, okay? Sometimes it's not easy. You see, it took me a while to find her, but she in there, okay? And making it happen, growing and expanding. And I'm excited for whatever it is you cooking up Please let us know when it comes to fruition so that we can help promote. Okay. All right. So unfortunately, a good luck round is closed for the evening. As you can see why, because it's popping and busting at the seams. Okay. So we want to make sure that we can get all y'all in. So again, if you have shorter pieces, I want us to make this kind of like a rapid, just a fire round. Pow, 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 pow. Exactly, Thomas, right? Bomb, bomb, bomb. We at the box. We at that little ball. I don't know what that's called, but y'all know what I'm saying. We up here with it. We up here with it for the next few minutes, okay? So we gonna come out the gate strong, swinging, ready, with Joski himself, okay? Please unmute yourselves, if for nothing else, at least for the dimples. I mean, come on. Please, welcome back, Joski.
Hey, Ray Jane. So this is a new haiku. It's called Woke. Alarm opens eyes to light of day, separates from the unconscious. And this is for my mother on the occasion, 26 years since she died. She used to sing on the Polish radio station in Philadelphia. She had a beautiful voice, and they called her the Polish Nightingale. So this is called Nightingale. Your eyes have closed, you've finished your song. Lying perfectly still, there is no need to breathe. Rise up from this body, anointed with tears, and fly, Nightingale, on newborn wings, and dance with angels beckoning. They are calling to you, singing your name. We are anchored to this heaviness, breathing water and smog, dragging our bones from room to room like a burden. Our weary travelers' thirst for love was quenched at your heart's open door. You gave and gave, still more than more, until you were all lightness, having laid to rest your burdened bones, to rise and spread your nascent wings. So fly, Nightingale, into light, and feel the sky embrace you. Some of those who loved you best, now orphans in an empty nest, are stronger than they know, for even while their hearts still bleed, their own wings grow. So fly, Nightingale, to your mate, whose patient heart watched over thee, his long wait finally ended. So fly into your ecstasy of love, and feel the sky embrace you. Fly, Nightingale.
Beautiful, beautiful tribute. Please unmute yourselves and give Joski some love.
Yes, great tribute.
It's fabulous.
Absolutely
Your mother would
beautiful.
really appreciate it.
Sharing her memory with us,
She's
Josie.
smiling
That
down
was
right
powerful.
now, man. That was beautiful, and thank you for introducing us to her in such a fantastic way.
Polish Nightingale, right? Sending love to her in her memory. May it fly forever, right? All right. Our next poet to the mic, busting it up right quick, is Propaganda Poet himself. All right. Y'all better get it together. It's going to go down. Please unmute yourself. Do your thing.
My info is in the chat. I need to get some dental work, and I'm going on a trip, and I need to fix my van. So if you want to buy my books, I would love it. So I'm going to honor one of my favorite and most inspirational women poets, Joy Harjo. This is a poem called I Give You Back. I release you, my beautiful and terrible fear. I release you. You were my beloved and hated twin, but now I no longer know you as myself. I release you with all the pain I would know at the death of my daughters. You are not my blood anymore. I give you back to the white soldiers who burned down my home. beheaded my children, raped and sodomized my brothers and sisters. I give you back to those who stole the food from our plates when we were starving. I release you, fear, because you hold these scenes in front of me, and I was born with eyes that can never close. I release you, fear, so you can no longer keep me naked and frozen in the winter, or smothered under your blankets in the summer. I release you. I release you. I release you. I am not afraid to be angry. I am not afraid to rejoice. I am not afraid to be black. I am not afraid to be white. I am not afraid to be hungry. I am not afraid to be full. I am not afraid to be hated. I am not afraid to be loved. To be loved. To be loved. Fear, oh, you have choked me, but I gave you the leash. You have gutted me, but I gave you the knife. You have devoured me, but I laid myself across the fire. I take you back, fear. You are not my shadow any longer. I won't hide you in my hands. You can't live in my eyes, my ears, my voice, my belly, or in my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart. But come here, fear, because I am alive, and you are so afraid of dying. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you for that percussion and rhythmic reminder for the mantra in that. Please unmute yourselves and give propaganda smoke.
Yes.
Can't wait for August 1st.
I needed to hear that tonight, man. I needed
Still
that
the only
tonight.
cat I know that can
Thank you,
drum and
brother.
read
I
poetry
needed
at the
that.
same time. I'm telling you, that dude's phenomenal, for real.
That was Joy Harjo, by the way. If you don't know Joy Harjo, just correct that.
I needed to hear that. I appreciate you, brother.
I think we all needed that one. And thank you for lifting the voice of a woman this month, right? A woman poet, creator, adding some music to that so it gets down in our bones. We appreciate you. All right. We are going on to our next artist. We making it through. We doing it. We doing it. Samuel Rain, please unmute yourself and welcome back to the mic, brother.
We interrupt your show to bring you this special message. This is the complicated broadcast systems, and this is what it feels like when Dare takes your life. She wanted to know, how does it feel when I call her name? She's that mist of rain on a summer day. Relishing in the sounds of her, how could I say no to temptation? When I hunger, she's that satisfaction. To taste her, it's like magic happens. She has my earth spinning in the opposite direction. If you know desire, this is what it feels like when Dare takes your life to passion. Her name is Mystery. And now we take you back to your regular scheduled program, the Norican Poets Cafe.
Man, I was in it. I was like, oh, we going back? Why? Okay, fine. Thank you for being here. Please unmute yourselves and give Samuel
The
Rain.
man right there.
Yeah, Dark Man
That's the man
Blues.
right there.
Complicated
almost unfair
passion.
how cool that cat is,
Yeah,
man.
we love
Yeah.
you, man.
Keep telling y'all,
My
that
family,
cat's
that's
too
my
damn
family.
cool.
Thank you.
Family.
That was amazing.
Love you, brother.
Listen,
Love you.
he said, oh, you want a 1-2 punch? No problem. No problem. I got a few of those. Let me grab one real quick, okay? We appreciate you. Please put your information in the chat so the folks can get more of that because I'm sure they did not get enough. All right. Next poet up is Aisha. All right. Please unmute yourself and come on to the mic. We waiting on you.
Hey, beautiful people.
I'm gonna stay with my screen off tonight, so forgive me, but this piece is called Trick or Treat. This is actually one of the pieces in my new seductive erotic poetry series. It's called Trick or Treat. She salivates. Wet drips from the corner of her mouth, her eyes more black pupil than white with a small glimmer of light. Senses on 10 as she smells him and is moved to hunger. Meat is what she desires. Flesh of a carnal nature, her eyes fixated on him. She watches every movement like predator to prey, waiting for the exact moment to pounce. He sits unsuspecting, unaware of the danger that's impending. Imminent harm is her intent. Hurt him, but hurt him good. Maim him, take him to the edges of pleasure and pain. She crawls on hands and knees and approaches. One hand dangles down, so she starts there. Takes fingers into her wet mouth and draws them in with a hard pull and suck. He jumps, eyes open and then close as he lets out a moan. She sucks him in the same rhythm he likes his fellatio. Causes impulses to scatter throughout his body. Attention is paid and his manhood stands ready. She retreats from his fingers and ascends up his body like a skilled climber. Straddles his lap, careful not to be entered. He tries to place her over his desire, but is met with a bite to his neck. They fight for position of sorts, but he loses as this is her show and control is hers. She clasps his throat with both hands and licks his lips. Heat and dampness surrounds his member as she now lowers herself on top of him. They sit entangled face to face, breathing in sync with every stroke. She builds intensity even from within as she reads his body throughout its tensity. His back constricts and he now pulls and palms her assets in the assist to the climax. Fingers dig into him and cause him to wince in pleasure. Ambient sounds drown out background as they whisper each other's names. She pulls his bottom lip into her mouth and feverishly sucks it as she increases her tempo and then slows. He, in turn, bites her nipples and he asks for her completion, but his request is denied. She retreats to regain control, slowed up to rebuild intensity. She swirls her tongue around his as they do this lingual dance, all while keeping the rhythm of their interaction. He's gonna wait. Let him beg. Let him try to regain the lead. Let him fail. She holds on and presses while she joins him on his waves of ecstasy. Together, they gain fulfillment. She squeezes her walls one last time, just to remind him that she closes in on him. Trick or treat.
Ooh, listen, I don't know who turned up the heat tonight, but folks are melting. The clothes are on fire. Please unmute yourselves and let her know what she did
Wow,
to you.
burn it
Hell
up.
yeah.
Oh,
Burn it up
Oh,
in
you need
here.
to stop
mercy,
playing.
Very
Stop
hot.
playing.
I'm talking
Stop
about.
playing.
No, I don't think she playing. I don't know. She said this is a collection. She said this is not my first collection either. She ain't said, oh, this is my first. She said this is part of my next erotic, seductive. So this is what she do. Okay, ain't playing. And we appreciate in earnest. Okay. Thank you very much for being here and being unafraid to dip into the erotica so that the rest of us could have permission, right? It's okay. Be all yourself, right? And we are a lot of things in this community. Sensual is just one of them. Thank you, Aisha, for being here as always, doing your thing. We got 2 more people on the good luck round, and then we are going to free you back to your evening. The next person up is also going to be featuring, apparently, tomorrow, okay, with our good friend Thomas. So please open your mic and open your ears to Nemo soon. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. It is just amazing to be able to perform on a virtual stage with such incredible talent. So thank you so much. And it's incredible to see how inclusive you are. I can do short. So this is a poem that I wrote in the workshop that Lizzie wrote hers. Anxiety likes to use my mother's voice. All positivity crushed under the weight of the catastrophe it tells me is coming. My movements, my intentions, my hopes, my dreams whispered away. My thoughts are covered in its inky fingerprints, black splotches on the inside of my skull. Anxiety wants me to believe it is the very personification of control. Thank you.
You're right. You can do short. But we already do that. Okay, please unmute yourselves and give Nemo some love. Oh my gosh.
Nemo, looking forward to your
That
feature.
was great,
Yeah.
man.
Brother.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Ooh, that's a
See you
preview
tomorrow
for
night.
tomorrow, man. We ready, baby. We ready.
Okay, listen.
Thanks so much, everyone.
You are welcome. And trust, that is, again, the tip, the very tip of the iceberg. Nemo Soom is tremendously talented. The things that he does with words. I'm gonna let you find out for yourself, okay? Make sure you follow him and or Thomas and get involved tomorrow. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself, right? As Aisha said, not trick or treat. I mean, unless you into that, whatever, do your thing. It's all good. All right. Last person on the good luck round. We made it, y'all. We did it. We did it together. I'm so happy. Yes. Please put that book in the atmosphere if you got it. Let's unmesh life. Our brother Unmesh staying up with us all the way out from India. Please unmute yourself and welcome.
Hey region, hello everyone. So I will make it quick. Once again, I was scared and broken. Today, the sun has risen again. The sun never stops. My worries never stop. The sun burns, my anxiety burns me from inside. But sometimes, burning sun burns my distress. Perspective. The whole world is based on best case optimistic scenario. You build a bridge, you never expect that once in 100 years flood will steal the bridge, break it into pieces. The bridge will go in pieces to places never seen in its life. When a bridge is broken, distance just increase. I am a patient of patience, sprinkle with a little spice of optimism, a potent potion for staying alive, even in the places with no friends or palaces. Long, long back, even before the Stone Age, our ancestors decided to take risk. Even though there were tigers and hyenas roaming around, forests where you can hear unknown voices, no cars, no air conditioners, just cave and canopy of trees, no insurance or support from the government. Still, they took a bigger risk, gave birth to multiple children. Power in numbers, survival of the fittest. Sun knows it all. Sun knows you are never finished till you are burned to ashes. Sun has seen and done it all, always rising in the morning till you have the light. Keep on rising. Spread light in the dark, lonely corners where lives live in a huddle. Just make sure your light should light up their eyes. Your light should light up their eyes. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And that's exactly what your light does, Unmesh. Thank you for being here. You're lighting up our lives. Please unmute yourselves and give Unmesh some love.
Yep, no one thanks
We love you, brother. We love you.
Yes, we love you, brother.
I'm telling you,
Canada
plug
to
tears over
India,
Mike, man.
and
That dude
everywhere
is
in
incredible.
between. We love you, bro.
I'm about to wake up 7:30, catch you one Saturday.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, it's so hard to get up for it, man. But
You can do it. You can do it. It's possible. You can do it, right? Please follow him. You know, if not this Saturday, next Saturday, it's always going down on Saturday, right, Umesh? Right? You don't catch it this time, catch it next time. It's all good, right? But do make sure you catch it. All right, it's a lot to miss. Thank you all for being just overflowing with your gifts, generous, right? Reading for each other, reading other people's pieces, right? Not necessarily using your platform just for yourself, inviting people to come and grow and write, putting your books and other people's books out there. Look. What I say? Then Gustav had it right in his hands. He was like, I know what she gonna say. I know what she gonna say. That's what you do in community. That's how you make community. That's how you keep community, right? We grow and we lift one another. And you all give me so much inspiration, right? To put out my own book, to try my own thing, right? All of which is on the way. And so, as I mentioned, I'm gonna sing to y'all, right? So usually we end with me counting down 10 reasons why you should love yourself or positive energy to take with you. This time I'll just sing to you, okay? Now y'all bear with me. I've been talking to you all night, okay? So if it's a little pitchy, remember I'm not perfect. I'm just a person, right? And if you are, feel free to judge me. But if you ain't, then keep in mind that I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit, as the great Badu has said herself. All right. There's no music to this because we do not own the rights to this. This is Nora Jones's. It's a cover, slowed down, sped up. Hers is 2 minutes or so. It's not going to be that long. All right. I'm talking because I'm stalling. I'm allowed to be nervous too, right? I might close my eyes from time to time because it's still scary to see. I waited till I saw the sun. I don't know why I didn't come. I left you by the house of fun. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. When I saw the break of day, I wish that I could fly away. Instead of kneeling in the sand, catching teardrops in my hand. My heart is drenched in wine, 'cause you'll be on my mind forever. Out across the endless sea, I would die in ecstasy, but I'll be a bag of bones, driving down the road alone. My heart is drenched in wine. You'll be on my mind forever. Something has to make you run. I don't know why I didn't come. I feel as empty as a drum. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. Thank you. And peace to you all. Thank you, thank you. As always, I'll let you unmute yourselves to throw your love into the atmosphere. And Ron, I will leave it to you as to when you would like to take us out. Thank you for honoring me with your attention. Please return to us next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, maybe I'll sing something else to you. We have another little vote. Thank you for inspiring me to try. Unmute yourselves.
You done fucked up. You done
Please
song
sing
us
more.
now. You know we want it next week
Please
too.
sing more.
Every week that was beautiful. Give it up for Ray J. Play
Who's
some
no
angels.
I just know
Wow. You gonna have to do this every Thursday now. You done fucked up.
You just done
I was
messed
singing
up.
with
Right?
you.
Whatever makes you happy.
Good.
Everybody.
We want more.
Terrific.
Yeah, we definitely would love to hear more.
Thank
That was great.
Please bring that beautiful voice more, please.
That was so beautiful.
Whenever you feel it.
And I've never heard that song, so in my mind, that was all you.
Hey now, it ain't mine though. But thank you.
Beautiful song.
Can't change my mind.
Nora Jones will be proud. Nora Jones will be proud.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got that album.
Yes,
Boy, you sound a
absolutely.
lot like Mark.
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you. We love you. We hope you come back to us, whether you singing, you poeting, you comedian, whatever. Just show up. We love you.
See you
We'll
next
see
week.
I love you all, poets.
What a
Come
blessing.
check out Nemo's son tomorrow night.
Thank you, Rod.
7 p.m.
Yes, show up
Open
tomorrow
bar.
night. Nemo soon. Don't miss out.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Open minds, open mic tomorrow night, 7
Bye.
o'clock Eastern time.